Well, hi, this is Leike here. This is my first attempt to make a video. Had a lot of friends that have asked me why I haven't made a video yet about the process of how I do my art. So I decided to give a first shot. So please be patient with me, be kind, and well, let's start it. I wanted to show you how I do the labels some of the labels that I use for my journal, and this is a very simple, easy way to make labels and like a series you can work in your surface. Oh, I work in my inky paper here. I stole the name from Robin Marie. She said inky papers. She named inky papers these papers that she put on her surface, a work surface. Once you started to work in here, you um, little by little you put up layers of colors and doodles and paint, everything that you this catch up on your work. So that you can use in your journaling later too. So let's tape this so the page won't be running everywhere. And those are the labels I am going to show you how to do. Aside as also, I wanted to show you how I do these cute little tags. I love to work in top of black chalk um, tags, and how it looks with pencils and white pens, and also the cardboard, plain cardboard with regular color pencils. They look very nice. Um, So there's a lot of ways that you can use these little tags. Let's start with showing you what are the materials that I'm using. Uh, First, I got this. I don't remember if it's Staple, Office Depot, or someplace like that. There are file folders labels. There's a ton in here, 145. Uh, so this is my base that I work with this. You see there are stickers, there are labels. So I put in my surface like a bunch at one time so I can paint them. I'm just going to put 4 in here. Usually I do 4 or 6. I'm going to work with 4. So this is the first thing that we're going to use. And then the colors that I use is, people have asked me how or what colors I use. They're very bright, very shiny, very intense. I use the cheap acrylic paint that you can find in Michael's or art stores like that. Is this Craft Smart um, cheap acrylic paint. This is like 69 cents or around that price. This is one brand that I use a lot. The other brand that I use a lot is like Martha Stewart, which is satin color, because it's opaque, and I love that when you can have like a very opaque base. It's so nice to write on top with your white pen when it's not translucent. It looks very nice. The other brand that I use on acrylic, and they're all fairly cheap. So if this is like 69 cents, the Martha Stewart's are like $1 something. So is this one, 90 something cents or $1. Americana, also satin. Very nice. They're very nice colors. And those are the colors that we're going to work. A little touch of brown. This. Those are the colors that I use mainly when I wanted to pop the colors in my page. This is another very beautiful one, Martha Stewart. So basically those are the colors that we're going to use today. I'm going to put it back in there. What else we're going to use? This is my favorite number one favorite white pen ball. Many of you have find this already, Uniball Signal. It's just wonderful. It doodles in top of paint, in top of surface, smooth surface, a little bit hard rush surface too. That is for white doodle paints too, the Sharpie paint. I use mainly the water base because some reason the oil base doesn't work well for me. I haven't find a paint that a way to use the oil base white Sharpie. This is nicer for me. And my very favorite ones for black doodling is the Scarlet Lime paintball. Very, very nice, see? And my last found the football 1.5. This is very smooth, a very white point 1.5, super nice. This is my last found that I'm in love with this pen. Also, what I use a lot in top to do this doodling in this tags is my Prismacolor. I am in love with my Prismacolor pencils. They're smooth, they're soft to use them as watercolor pencils or just in top of cardboard. I love the effect that they do when you use on brown paper. They look super smooth and nice. Also when you use them and on top of black, they're very, very nice. I just love them. I have another sample here that I just color pencil in top of the black. See how it looks. I'm going to show you just a little bit how it looks also in my journal. This is one page that I was working. I put a base of brown paper and then a tiny thin little strokes of gesso, white gesso. I glue on top a few just pieces of envelope that Lorraine sent to me, and I found it so pretty that I treasure that, and I use pieces in some part of my journals here and there. I found a way to include them in my journal, little pieces of love that she sent me here and there in every page every week. So I just put them this as a base to write in top the number, and here write down the days of the week. And I'm going to write down the number, say Friday, such and such. And then in top I doodle with my color pencils. See how nice and bright they look, even in brown paper. All this is color pencil. The Prismacolor again, which is my very favorite of the watercolor pencils. Prismacolor is my very favorite. So that's a little sample how we will do this. Okay, so well, let's start it. Okay, I'm gonna make a little pause in here. Okay, so I'm back. I have here, I taped down the stickers to my paper so they won't move when I swipe, because what we're going to do is swipe the paint with a credit card, something sturdy, that because you need to press down a little bit, so it cannot be something thin. It has to be like the consistency of a credit card, so we'll give you flexibility, and at the same time you can put a little bit of a pressure down. The reason that you want to pressure down a little bit is because you want to put a thin coat on this, the thinner that you can, so it will dry faster and it won't soak the paper as much. So here on the side I have a little bit of paint, and as a palette of colors that I'm using wax paper, the cookie sheet wax paper as my palette. And let's start. So I usually go with the lighter color first, or just randomly putting some paint. Give a good squeeze here, a little bit in there, one little drop. You see how thick is this paint? This is the Martha Stewart. In oppose of this is the Craft, and you will see that flows more liquid. A little bit here, a little bit there. What else do we want? A little bit more of, oops, there you go. That that works too. So what I do with this is, if I swipe all the colors together like in this direction, I will have them mix right away in the beginning. Okay, a little pause, now I'm back. I wanted to show you very quick which is the difference between this Craft Smart acrylic paint and the Martha Stewart satin paint. I'm going to drop, before we continue to this, I wanted to share this with you. This is the Craft Smart, and this is the Martha Stewart. As you see, it's how thick is this one. Let's see the difference. You see how easy it flows. It's more liquid, more thinner paint. And now you will see the difference between the Martha Stewart. Thicker, more opaque, have more coverage in your surface. You see the difference? This is a little bit even though there's different colors, but this is more translucent and this is opaque. So it gives you a complete coverage, and it's easier for you to doodle on top, let's say with white pen or black paint. It will make a very nice base for that purpose. So that's a little tip in there. Okay, we have our first layer of paint in here, and I will let you know how I do this. In order to give a nice layers of colors and don't mix them all together, what I do, I don't drag all the paint together, because this is going to give me a mix of colors and I'm not going to have a distinctive the difference between them. You see in here, you can see orange and the pink and the other touches. It's not like a big brownish mesh of color. So in order to do that, I just drag a little bit here and there this way. If you think you have not enough of one color, don't worry, because we're going to go back to this. See, a little bit of orange here, little touches there. Then I grab this color and I go in places, try to go in places where I don't have orange or the other colors, so it won't mix all together. Now grab in here. If you feel like you need a second layer of put a little bit more of orange or pink or something, you can always keep on adding layers on this. Okay, so see, this one has too much green and a little bit of orange, so it needs a touch of pink. This one we have a tiny bit of pink, so we will add some more in here in there too. This have almost nothing, so I'm going to put the pink closer to the orange because I like to keep the green and the blue together. So just a bit here, there. Oh, I cover my blue. And this one, look, see how I'm building here the layers on my paper? Nice, look nice already. I want a little bit of this dark blue too, the aqua green, and here tiny bit. Let's see how it looks. And now this time I'm just gonna drag very lightly. I don't want to squeeze it all because I want to build in some spot a thicker layer. So I go gently with that. I can put a little bit on my card too if I don't want to make a dollop in there. here. See this sheet, this little rectangle here, if I have like the green in here, the aqua green, I want to put a little bit in the top, so this will be a set, like a tiny set of stickers, so I want them to all be coordinated if I use it in one page, because it will be like the days of the week. So if I have a little bit of this color here, I wanted to add at least a tiny bit in the top ones so I can use them as one set. So that's why I kind of share all the colors within all of them so they all match, for saying it some way. And just for the fun of it, I want to add a tiny bit of, I have a little bit too much of purple. Yay, purple. Love purple. Not in all of them, just a few. And I think a tiny bit of this light blue. Oh yeah, I love that. Oh yeah. And I drag. Okay, I think I'm done with this layer. I'm gonna let it dry. I also want a little bit of white in between so it won't be so heavy. Just touches of white, like here, there, in between light colors. Make it breathe a little bit. It doesn't look like heavy, just a paste of color. That's it. We're gonna let it dry and make a little pause. Let's see how this is working. While this is drying, I took the camera off of the tripod so to show you the layers, how we built them. You will see the nice layers of colors, how they look in a close-up. And this is one set, this is the other. You see how we kept the brightness of the colors but not mixing them so much? That's the fun part of this. Okay, and the next thing is be patient, and as I was saying, be patient and let it dry. That's the hard part of this process, being patient, I guess. Okay, see you in a little bit. Okay, and we are back again. So this is dry, and now we're pulling out our stickers out of the page. Can you see how we build already these nice layers on our inky paper to use it later? That's something very nice. It's just for free, because in the meantime you're cleaning your tools, you're building another piece of art. So we're putting this aside, and we're gonna write our days of the week in this paper. By the meantime, remember that we have our sheet in here with our palette. So what I did, in order to not waste anything, I just fold it, same as you do in elementary school. You fold it together, and then I give it a big squeeze with my card to mix the colors together, and look what I got. Beautiful colors. So that I will save it for later too. Let it dry. Okay, so I have my, okay, so we're back again, and now this is nicely dry, and we are going to start writing. We have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I'm going slowly so I can have a nice flow in my ink. Wednesday, Thursday. My handwriting is not the best, but I'm sure you can make it better. Friday and Saturday. There you go. So this is what it makes it unique. You're not going to have any like this. You're not going to find this in the store. You can choose your own color, making your way. And as you see, I did this before, and now we did this together, and they're not the same. You are not going to have two alike. Every time you try one, you're going to choose different colors, you're going to have different combinations, and they're going to be all unique. Other thing that I like to try with this, aside of the days of the week, is using on stamping. See, I have my word in here. I love Italian, so that's what I choose this, amore. I'm going to use, you can use love if you want to. So I'm going to stamp my word in here. Ta-da! We have amore. We leave it in there. Now I'm going to show you how I do this tag. Very quick, very simple. I just grab my pen and start with a doodle. My favorite theme is flowers, as you already know. Flower here, doodle there. Maybe this one will be covered, but oh well, that's the beauty. It's a surprise how it's going to end. The result that you're going to have, it's unique. And doodle here, doodle there. And now you grab your, oh, this is going to be wet. A little the ink. See, it has a little edge because of the paint layers, but doesn't matter. That makes it more of a handmade product. You want to be careful in this stage because it depends the inclination that you give in your tag if you are going to lose or not those letters on your word. I just don't want to press on top of this. Okay, because you're going to fold whatever. Oh, see, I lost a little bit of my A, but that's okay. It's just to show you an idea. Then we're gonna use our color pencil. See how nice and almost creamy they look on the brown paper. This is a very quick, I'm not going to do a finished product, just to show you how nice it look on these creamy colors in cardboard and brown paper. But correct, why did I grab this? Is not, oh, see, it's Crayola. I don't like it. I was looking for my Prismacolor. This runs smoothly. That's okay. I'm just going to have a little touch. And now we touch with white. And white in here. A little orange to pop. See? In between. Very quick, just to show you. I'm not looking for something perfect. Oh, I love the combination. Turquoise, orange, a little bit of red. See? That's your tag. You can keep on adding things like as I did in here. I was trying to do another one in here, see? And those are very unique. Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching. I hope you like it, and I would like if you can leave some comments. What do you think about the video? And if you wanted to share what's the inspiration that you get from this, I would love to hear about that. And I apologize about my accent and my grammar. That's one of the main reasons why I haven't done these videos before. So please, it's just with a lot of love that I make these videos for you. So just skip that part, okay? Bye bye. Thank you for watching.